Hello, we are back. Back here. I'm not sure. It's the first proper episode in which I'm actually going to try and race. I've shuffled all my things around, and I'm pretty sure I'm happy with what's happening. I'm not going to be doing it on the difficulty, which I put in the original video, which will probably be up here in a minute. But what we are going to do is have a go at it. We're going to see what happens. I'm not going to show you practice because no one needs that, but I'm going to try and get to grips with it. I'll run you through quali, and then we'll have some highlights of the actual race, see what happened, and then if there's any changes or anything that we're putting in place for the following race. Nothing really that I need to update you on since the last episode, which I think is quite good for me, because I usually make a design and then immediately want to change it. The only thing I have done is find a skin colour for our legally different Ang the Airbender helmet. Look at this! Look at it! Beautiful. Hey, do I look like Pierre Gasly? No, pretty sure I don't. Wait there, should we have a... No. Pierre? No, definitely not Pierre Gasly. He's not in here. Considering I says I'm not going to show you much from practice, I'm showing you an awful lot so far. What I've done is go onto the setups, and I've just downloaded some fellas ones called Fred. I don't know if they're good or bad. They seem to have a good rating. It does say that it's made for time trial, so maybe in a race setting that's not going to be beneficial. So if anyone's got any recommendations for people's, you're welcome to throw them in the comments. Or if there's anything wrong with Fred's. But it seems to do the job, so we're going to pop his on. And obviously I don't know the inner mechanics of Formula 1 well enough to to be able to make my own, but we're going to go with Fred. We're going to trust Fred. I'm going to go and do my practice. I'll let you know how it all goes. Here we are for Quali 1. I'm filled with immense optimism. Practice went alright. A little bit ropey at some points, but not too bad. It was at that point when I realised that I didn't actually have the flashbacks turned on, and it was still at 80%, so that was a bit too late for me to try and figure anything out. So I just kind of ride with the punches and see what happens. But we're having a decent lap here. Going round, ignore that little corner there. And then it kind of put me against the wall for a poor entry into the following corner as well. Going down to the hairpin, took it all right. I've been realising that I've got automatic gears on, but if you kind of downshift going towards it, it does kind of get your nose in a little bit better. It's worth trying if you don't already. Get ourselves slowed down for the bend. Round the following corner, and this one caused me a little bit of time loss, but not too bad. The curve on the exit, and then smash it down there straight into the last few corners. And all in all, I was pretty happy with that lap. And there's a few bits to work on, but it wasn't a bad lap by any means, and it pushes me up to 4th position at the moment. I was thinking because of the drop time and I had a little bit of battery left, I was going to go and see if I can get a second lap out of these tyres. That didn't work very well. Pretty poor entry into the hairpin, lost all that time, and then just kind of abandoned the lap there. We're back in the garage, get another set of tyres on, drop the laps down so we're doing just one, and we'll go for our second, technically third attempt here. So we're crossing the line. That didn't work very well again. Yet again, a poor exit through the hairpin, abandoned lap. At this point I'm thinking, right, we need to drive out. This is where it's going to be. We'll drive out, we'll control the out lap. Happy days. So, DRS. Over the start-finish line now. And poor exit there, and wide. Yeah, that, again, abandoned. Ran that lap through as a secondary out lap. And we're going for our 4th or 5th attempt now. I've lost count already. So So pretty nice out of 2 for turn 1. A little bit wide on turn 2, but not too bad. Let's just get on the power quite quick. We're on a positive delta at the moment.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
We're currently sat in 13th position, which is not ideal. A little amount of the curve there, ignore that. Nice line though down to our least favourite corner on the track at the moment. I lost a bit of time there, so I was a bit too tentative, should we say. Into the hairpin. Again, a bit too tentative. Back end tried to go a little bit, but managed to hold on. And get down on this next straight. Decent turn here. Using curb on the exit. Cut across. Run a little bit wide, but just ignore that, you didn't see anything. It was at that point when I'm seeing 2 green sectors and I'm like, I can do this. And then I get in my head and I'm like, these sectors are good. Let's go. So I need to just be more focused on the lap I'm doing. But we get that last corner done. We're currently just shy of 4 tenths up. And we cross the line in a little bit of a stutter. 11th position from Q1. So we did get ourselves into Q2. We'll drive out for Q2 on our first attempt. We know it worked last time, so we'll go again. So here we are, flying down the start-finish. We've got a good feeling about this. Never mind. Next lap, we've thrown some mediums on, and we'll see if we can just set our time. I'm not expecting anything. 16th position is already better than what I was expecting. But we'll throw the mediums, the only fresh set that we've got to use, and we'll go and set a time here. So we're hitting the second DRS straight on the lap. A little bit of a recorrect and get into the turn 4, I think this is. I need to get my map up and find the turns. Should have done this beforehand. It's we live and we learn, don't we? I see. I lose too much time there, so I'm trying to find the balance between just flicking the brake and diving on both those curbs, or being too tentative and kind of rolling around. But it's not too bad. I was too sensitive on that corner again. And then this one as well, far too slow. And I even still run wide. As I say, all we're doing here is just getting the time on the board. We're in mediums, everyone else is on softs. I don't think there's any chance that we're going to be anything other than last. Getting off the track, I'm carrying a little bit too much speed into that corner, and that one, to be fair. And then we're going down the last straight of the track. Just go over and see if there's any extra grip to find in the run-up areas, which, needless to say, there wasn't. But we crossed the DRS, set a time of 1:31. So it did drop us there into 15th place. And you'll see just after we scroll down, we're 3 tenths down on Raikkonen. So 80%'s doing us well. I think we just need to iron some stuff out.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri BOTTAS lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Lando Norris and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Sainz, Stroll and Fernando Alonso, Vettel, Gasly, Esteban Ocon and Tsunoda, Raikkonen, Stevens, Mick Schumacher and Antonio Giovinazzi, Armstrong, Russell, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here we are, sat in the car for our first race. I'm thinking it's probably better to run with a hard into the medium strategy, just to give us a little bit of more of a boost on everyone towards the end of the race. So we'll go for that. It does leave us 1/10 slower over the course of the Grand Prix, but I'm hoping the comparator between the two tyres will be enough of a difference for us. A little bit squirmy off the start, so we'll get that down. And I know we don't have damage on, but I don't actually want to be ploughing through people, but you'll see it happens sometimes. We see the gap at the inside, we launch ourselves at it. Nice little take on Gasly, although he does fight back. And Ocon's behind us as well now. So I can see Ocon in the mirrors. And I'm a little bit more too concerned about that than I am actually taking the corner. So I'll run slightly deep and allow Ocon to get in, which is exactly what I was trying to avoid. And then okay, one of my 3 least favourite corners in a row here, or 4, loses me a few positions off the start. And then we're going into the hairpin. Up on the curve on the right, and then running wide again. But get down on that power, get back on the track. But it has allowed Tsunoda to get past, and then dive in front of me and brake, which is nice of him. Fortunately, no damage was on, because it would have caused a crash. And you'll probably notice in these, I don't take losing a position very well, and I try and take it back, and it's a little bit too aggressive. So I'm trying to get that out of me, but you'll see it happen a few times. So I can only apologise. But we're chasing Tsunoda down. Lost a little bit of downforce in the dirty air. But we notice Schumacher's on our tail at the moment, getting that slipstream on us. So he's taking the inside line now on this first turn, unfortunately. But, we kind of outbrake and leave that door open for him. And then close it on turn 2. Lap 3 now, heading into turn 1 once more. Okay turn, lost a little bit of time there, but not too bad. And then we're squirmy out of turn 2, which allows Schumacher the chance to get alongside and ahead. We're chasing Schumacher down, run a little bit wide, and then kind of in the aggression to chase Schumacher down, get the curves up on that right corner, and then run wide and kind of slide back on track. It's a point where I'm fortunate that we don't have damage on. We lose quite a handful of positions there, including our teammate and Russell.
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind, 1 second.
We see the opportunity of this inside of turn 1, an aggressive overtake again we're going for, and we just smash into the side of Armstrong. So, but we do somehow get the position ahead of Russell, and Giovinazzi follows us through. With a lap later now, Giovinazzi is following us through our least favourite chicane, and he sees the chance on the inside, so I go for an aggressive hold, and he does a nice little switch back against us and takes the position quite comfortably. Oh, that's quite a nice overtake for him, unfortunately. We go for an aggressive overtake again on Giovinazzi, push him off track a bit, allows Russell through, Latifi through, and Giovinazzi, and Mazepin. So we see ourselves now plumb last. Going in towards turn 1 at Mazepin, we see the opportunity. We take it this time, cleanly, but he is still on our left-hand side, so we just need to be aware of that. And we've got the position. Going into our least favourite corner, we've got Mazepin behind us. Run wide on the curb. Doesn't allow us to get our power down cleanly, and gives Mazepin the position. Hard braking right-hander. We attempt on Mazepin. Does enough just to kind of slow him down, which again is a move that probably shouldn't be attempted. I'm not going to mention Hamilton and Verstappen, even though I just have. We're on our hairpin, run wide, and decide to take out some of DHL's merchandising. And it allows Mazepin up the inside of us. But we do try and defend, and he does concede. Not for long though, he's back on us. And he's got the position. We run up on the curb, going up that start-finish straight, but we've got DRS. And a very clean overtake. We don't even need to use our aggressive lunge up there anymore. We're around our least favourite corner, and the back end's gone. So we have a meeting with the barriers. It's put us now just shy of 8 seconds behind Mazepin, coming into the hairpin, and in keenness to get the power down, we lose the back end slightly and take out another polystyrene board. Lap 12 now. We've caught a bit of time up on Mazepin, but we're a bit too keen to do so and catch the curb and do a full 360, including avoiding those barriers behind us, which I was quite impressed on. That set us back a further 5 seconds. Lap 15 now, so we've had quite a few of the pit stops come through. And we're back in the midst of everyone, but unfortunately in our angst to get the power down, we have another spin. And we've lost the back end once more. We're having a bit of a shocker. Mazepin's ahead of us. He's pitted. And it's not looking great at this point, but yet again at turn 1 we try it on Mazepin. We aren't able to make it stick on turn 1, but we do a little switch back on turn 2. Give him the... well, don't give him. We assume he's going to try and force us off the track because it's Mazepin, but we make it stick. So we're coming in the pit lane on lap 18, changing out our hards for mediums. We know we're already last at this point, but after the pit stop, it puts us just over 20 seconds behind Mazepin.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
So we've got a few shots here of our laps as us catching on Mazepin. Doing a really good job at it, actually. And we find ourselves now on lap 26 with Bottas, the race leader, behind us. We tried to leave him a bit of room and it's not gone well for us. We'll do that in a better position next time. Another few laps here of us catching up to Mazepin. We're on our last lap now because the leader's ahead. And we've got that gap down to just, well, less than 4 seconds now. So I think we've done a really good job there.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop. Our gap to the car in front is 3.9 seconds.
Yeah, we're on a relatively high rating, and we haven't got a flashback, so I was happy that I was able to get a whole Grand Prix done without being miles off the pace. Obviously we're back of the grid, which isn't ideal, but we're not 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds behind last place, so we've definitely got things to work on, but overall, good signs.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
And we're just running through now the last few corners of the Grand Prix. And what's a few laps with us without losing the back end?
Blue flag.
Got one of the Red Bulls directly behind us now, but we're only 1 corner away from the end of the race, so we just kind of finish it up and cross the line.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Not too bad for our first race, I don't think. Vettel there picking up driver of the day. I didn't catch where he started, to be honest.
A fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the desert. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Valtteri BOTTAS takes the top spot. He's our new Drivers' Championship leader after today's result. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to say Sebastian Vettel certainly caught my eye during today's race. Incredible driving.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Red Bull take over as championship leaders. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
You see the top 10, there's no massive surprises. Did see both the Alpha Towers in there. And I didn't actually cover that Hamilton went out. He had some engine difficulties.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
She's
It
having
looks
me on,
like
she
you've
is.
really been focusing on research and development this season.
We'll go chassis. We'll accept.
Why do you think you weren't as quick as your teammate today?
I made a few mistakes. They were more consistent. What more do you need from me?
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
She's mugging me right off. I'm not sure what happened out there, to be honest. I know what happened. I didn't have bloody flashbacks on, so I had to do a whole race.
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling?
Oh. Right, I'm not saying it. I'm not responding to this because I'm going to mug off my team and I'm not having that.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Round 2 of career mode. Before we jump into that, there's some settings that I need to change. I'm tempted to put the corner cutting stringency up, but I'll see how the next race goes. Simulation settings. This is what we want. I want flashbacks on. The AI difficulty. I'm really happy with how we came out of the pit lane. How we came out after our pit stop. I know it was a spin, but I started 20 seconds behind him. And I caught up like 16 seconds, and I had better tyres as well. But I don't think that's unmanageable. I think the issue is my consistency, and I'm hoping that the flashbacks will bring that in. The other thing I am going to put on as well is put damage on, because apparently I didn't have that on. All areas of the car, we'll take that, but I'm going to put it to reduced. I'm going to see how that lays down. So by the looks of this, I can do everything but one. I'm going to leave out the chassis department focus, because while it's good, obviously, to improve that, it's at the detriment of 3 others. So overall, I'm losing 2.5%, which doesn't seem beneficial to me. So one of our updates had failed. Didn't want to say that, got to be honest. So I'm pretty sure it's the only one I asked for, which is less than helpful. So we'll follow that up. I don't know if we have to pay. Yes, we have to pay another 250 for it. So we'll do so. We've got 1,800 development points now. So I'll have a little butchers at them and see what we can do. The recommended one is bringing out the front wing gurney flap, which apparently you'll done in 30 days. Next recommended is the NG UK improved materials. I was overthinking that, or the spark plugs, or even possibly there's the ECU here, which is quite a big deal, quite a pricey one as well. So I'm considering I might just throw that in. Let's go for it. Who needs recommendations? I have made my change that I was going to make with the badge, because I completely forgot. It came to me when I was watching the grid run through. I've just took the background off, so our logo is literally just the orange sort of... don't know what that is. It's almost a spaceship, to be fair. It's almost my... what's this? I didn't ask for this. Let's go back, shall we? Thank you very much. It's almost my channel logo, which you should be familiar with by now, because you love it. Everyone does. No one said that, but obviously we can tell. I'm going to advance through the days now, and we'll see what, if anything, goes wrong. I'm sure nothing will.
It looks like you've had a meeting request from one of our departments. As the boss, departments will often reach out to you for advice on how to handle the various ongoings of your team. These events can range from everything from organising charity events to dealing with driver matters. How you decide to handle these will have an impact not only on our resources, but how the press perceives us.
My first one of these. Let's go to it. We'll see what it is.
The personnel department has asked us to deal with this. We have a couple of options here. Take your time. What
Okay.
you decide to do will have consequences.
Alright, Max, calm down. It's not that deep. Who's this getting in shot? Get out of here. Right, so. Lil Marcus, that was his name. Marcus, he's on his training thing. Is it in his stride in the simulator? He's loving it. While they're in the zone, where should we get them to focus in their development? Pace or awareness? See, what will be helpful now is if you actually give me his driver card and know what they were. But I don't have that. So I'm going to go with awareness. I'm going to go
Not an
pace.
easy decision, but you handled it well.
Thanks, Max. Thanks. I needed that. Let's go and have a look at his driver card and see what we've done wrong. So here he is. Here he is. See now. Look at that. Look how strong his pace is. But to be fair, if we take 7 off that, it'd have been 67. He would have took his awareness slightly higher. if it was up to me, I'd have put it on racecraft. But I didn't have the option, and I didn't know that beforehand. So what we're going to go for is, just pretend I didn't have. But now, pace is really strong pace there for him now. I've got quite a bit of money in there, so I'll have a little look at my driver acclaim, see if there's anything that I want to put on here. Okay, I mean, we've got quite a bit of money in the bank. Obviously, I'm very important, more so than the team. Maybe not. So I'm thinking we'll do resource point, we'll boost that because they're always handy. And engine wear, I'm tempted. I'm going to do engine wear. I know I've spent quite a whack there. Do you know, Bennett, we'll do that as well. We'll spend loads. I've just realised that I need to pay my driver's contract, but it's a long time from now. It's at least like 6 or 7 races away, so hopefully we'll have enough money to pay for him then. Yeah, oh well. It's already happened now, isn't it? Let's carry on advancing days.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Beautiful. Start season break. Are you kidding me? I've had one race. Why am I on a break? Right, we'll go for the break. I'll see you on the other side. One of our things have just came through as a success. The rear floor under trade distribution. I'm going to go with the recommended one once more, which is the energy storing cells positioning. How exciting. We'll go for that. It will come through between the Spanish and Monaco Grand Prix. The Monaco one I'm absolutely dreading, by the way, so we'll see what happens there.
We had a major issue on the production line earlier this week, so the entire development package for the weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
Splendid. We've got another personal development department thing to do, so we'll do this as well. I feel that these may not be a rare occurrence, considering I've had 2 already. There's a proposal on the table to invest some time and money into running a programme of one-to-one sessions with staff members, with the goal being to improve overall mental health. The idea is the idea is that this ought to translate into an overall boost in productivity. Jesus. Is this something you want to pursue? So basically I'm throwing 50 grand to get back 750 resource points. Just looking at that as like a numbers in a game, yes. Looking at it as a manager of an actual like outfit, should we say? Obviously you want to look after your staff's mental health, so that's a big old yes as well. It's a double yes. Let's go.
Thanks. I know these kinds of decisions can be challenging, but I think you made the right call.
I know I made the right call. Don't you worry about it, Max. We've had another failure. Our gurney flap failed, and that's the recommended one to go through. We've got a 0% fail, and it's only 275 to do. Again, this is going to come in between the 2 races. It's recommended now the NG UK, so we'll go for that now. There's currently, 2 simultaneous upgrades on the moment there? And we don't have enough for a further upgrade. So we'll leave that. That one's going to come through actually between Monaco and Azerbaijan. Been a long old recording. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And we are ready for the Spanish Grand Prix. And I'll see you there in the next episode.